Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Sylvester Pallas and I'm the lead research scientist at Harvest Moon, and we are the future of dairy. So we have a bit of a unique origin story. Our founders worked together for years in the advocacy space, leading high impact organizations to make our food systems more sustainable and humane. And they founded Harvest Moon with the same vision that has defined their lives. A better world, okay, there we go. A better world for people, for animals, and for our planet. So a little bit more about Harvest Moon. We were founded back in 2021 during the pandemic. We are currently headquartered in Montreal, Quebec, and our founders have completed the Foresight Launch and Deliver Accelerator program. Also, we were part of the first cohort of Big Idea Ventures New Protein Fund 2. Right now, we are located in the District 3 BioHub facility, and our scientists are among the top in our space, and we have over 40 years of combined experience in this highly niche field. Also, our founders have decades of experience in organizational leadership. So over the years, our founders have helped some of the largest food distribution companies in North America to transition millions of meals to plant-based. Across the board, these companies are reporting an unprecedented demand for alternative dairy, which is great news, except they're also reporting that they can't fill that demand. And the reason for that is because the products that are currently on the market are falling well short of customers' expectations. So we see this as a huge missed opportunity. Over the next couple of years, the dairy sector is set to top $1 trillion, but the alt dairy sector's share of that will be less than 5%. Also, over the next 2 decades, the dairy industry will increase by a further 60%, and they can't meet that demand sustainably. So there's a huge need for alternative dairy to step in and fill that $600 million gap, except right now they're not equipped to do that. So why is plant-based dairy still so alternative? It comes down to a single key missing ingredient, and that is casein. Casein is 80% of milk protein, and it's what helps cheese to stretch and melt. It helps creams to whip and froth. It provides form and structure to ice cream and butter, and it even helps yogurt to ferment better. Without it, alt dairy just cannot compete in traditional markets. But that being said, conventional dairy comes with its own share of challenges. First, it contains lactose, and billions of people around the world are lactose intolerant. Second, it contains high levels of bad cholesterol, which is a leading cause of heart disease. And third, cattle farming is one of the top emitters of greenhouse gases and is warming our planet hundreds of times faster than carbon dioxide alone. So to make our food systems better, we've had to think outside the cow. Harvest Moon is Canada's one of the first companies in Canada to use microorganisms in order to produce animal-free casein. And with that, we are taking alternative dairy into the mainstream and revolutionizing the dairy industry. Now, Harvest Moon is not the only company in this space. There are a handful of other companies around the world that are working towards the same goal. Now, what sets Harvest Moon apart, aside from the fact that we're the only company in Canada of its kind, is that we've basically developed a strategy to address the 3 fundamental challenges that are facing all companies in this particular space today, namely sustainability, protein function, and scalability. So first, we're developing proprietary strains capable of producing far more casein. This will not only help us to scale, but ultimately we will become cheaper than traditional dairy. Second, we're looking into proprietary formulations. So compared to traditional dairy, products made with Harvest Moon proteins will have better functionality, digestibility, and nutrition, but also less allergens, and will be lactose and cholesterol free. Lastly, we want to become completely sustainable. So to that end, we are transforming our food stocks with agricultural waste, and we are also upcycling our spent biomass. And all of this is reducing our cost of production significantly. Now, at its core, Harvest Moon is an ingredients company, but we're also a startup. with a big vision. So we're starting a number of strategic partnerships with some of the largest food ingredient and dairy product companies in the world in order to leverage their incredible manufacturing processes as well as their vast distribution networks and to cost share as we scale. Which brings us to our project, which is so crucial in making our proteins available to the food sector in not only Canada but around the world. So sustainability is the name of the game in our business, and a great way to do that is by increasing your protein titers. So to that effect, our first order of business will be to optimize our strain over the coming months and make it as scalable as possible. Another method for improving scalability is by optimizing fermentation conditions. So we'll be working towards optimization in order to generate strains that first grow faster and produce more casein, and produce more protein, and that will help us to scale over to pilot. From there, we'll be able to develop food-grade samples of our proteins for that all-important prototype demonstration with our partners. As previously mentioned, our partners are some of the largest food ingredient and dairy product companies in the world, and they are standing by to perform a myriad of tests to validate the functionality, nutrition, and sensory attributes of our proteins, and also to look at applications for existing product formulations, as well as some potentially innovative new ones as well. So all of this will help us to grow rapidly. First, we'll be able to start our Series A funding. Second, we've already filed a provisional patent in the United States, but over the coming year, we'll be looking to finalize those applications globally. Third, our project will be instrumental in setting up regulatory pathways in both Canada and the United States, and that will then help us get to demo to produce those all-important MVPs for limited distribution in Canadian markets. And lastly, we'll be able to finalize those all-important corporate agreements or corporate partnership agreements. So FoodTech Next works to make resilient and sustainable food systems, and Harvest Moon was founded to address those issues. We are so very grateful to be able to collaborate and to make our project a reality, and also to transform the alt dairy sector. Thank you very much for your time and kind attention.